This
Uh,
is awesome. Where are we?
in Dublin, literally right beside where you guys are going to be playing in a couple of weeks' time, right beside the Three
Awesome.
Arena.
I could throw my shoe from here and hit the stadium. Honestly,
You're
you,
actually
you
right.
you should try when you get here. You should try and throw your shoe and see if you can hit me. Dublin's F4. It is the Strawberry Alarm Clock, and we can now talk to the drummer from Glass Animals, Joe Seaward. It's good to talk to you, man.
It's lovely to be here. How are you?
I'm good. Now, just was saying to Crossy there a second ago, when I think of Glass Animals, because we play Glass Animals a good bit. When I think of them, I always think of that moment in Glastonbury when you were doing the big song, and Dave was up on the
The speakers, wasn't it? Yeah.
yeah, he was holding on to the crowd's hands. He was up on the barrier, and it was just
Recording in progress.
everybody was flipping out for that song. That when you look up as a drummer and see that sea of people react to your music, how does that feel?
I mean, it's a very special it's a very special thing that I have never really experienced in any other part of my life. Um, I think it's probably the best bit of the job, actually. And there are many good bits about being a musician, but the sort of rush you get from being on stage and seeing fans like really having a great time and Dave losing his mind is definitely up there with the best bits.
I,
So
s-
Rush.
Guy Berryman from Coldplay was talking recently about looking at Glastonbury and looking at, because you never get to experience what we experience because you're on stage. But he says when he watched back Glastonbury, he couldn't believe the amount of stuff that explodes and goes off over his head while
Yes.
he's on stage. Have you ever noticed that as well, to take all that in?
Yeah, we don't have quite the same sort of explosive stuff as Coldplay do, but there is a serious amount of stuff going on above and behind my head that I have absolutely no idea about, which I'm really shocked sometimes when I see footage of like what people are seeing, and then I relate that to my experience of what I'm receiving when I'm performing. It is quite mad. The amount of lights and video stuff that's going on behind, and actually even just things in my periphery that the other band guys are doing, which I just don't have time to sort of engage with when we're playing. It's quite mad. Like I have to be really, I'm focusing a lot on what I'm doing. So there's
What
quite a
is
lot.
the link? What is the link with Ireland? I heard you lived over here for a while. What was the crack with
I
that?
did. Yeah, yeah. I lived in Dublin for a year. And I fell in love with the place. So I feel like I mean, yeah, I kind of feel like an honorary
Dubliner.
Dubliner
Well,
in some part of my soul.
whereabouts in Dublin did you live?
I live in Stony Batter.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, and it was in 2017.
Oh, wow. So the Stony Batter has
Um,
now become like the coolest part of Dublin to live in. House prices have gone through the roof because of you,
yeah.
probably.
Well, yeah, maybe I
You
was
s-
the
you
trailblazer.
started it, yeah.
Can you remember where
Uh,
you went? Did you go into Walsh's every once in a while?
yeah, Welsh's all the time. The Glimmer Man just up the way there. We
Yeah.
went into a lot. Yeah, I mean Welsh's was the local, so that was where I spent most of my spare time.
You kind of have to then bring the band up to Walsh's or something like that because it's on the Lewis tracks. So when you finish the Tree Arena, it's over at 10:30. Walsh's is closed at 11:30, maybe 12. Not a
Yeah,
bad
to
idea.
slip down the Liffey. No, that's absolutely on my to-do list when we get back.
I'd get a limo. You're doing the Three Arena, you know what I mean? You don't have to get the tram. It'll be so. It's got the tour is called Tour of Earth. This is a massive tour.
It
Um,
is a massive tour.
Huge amount of dates.
Whereabouts are you at the minute? Like, what's the crack at the minute? Because you're on the way to Dublin on the 30th of October, but where are you now?
Right now, I'm at home having some much needed time off. We've just spent about 8 weeks in America, which was incredible, exhausting, amazing, mind expanding, the whole works. Now we're home for a couple of weeks and then we go to Europe. Then we're going to come find you guys. And then we're doing the UK after that. And then to Australia. So it's kind of yeah, as you said, it's a big old tour and we are in the thick of it right now.
I can't get past when when I'm on TikTok and places like that, and I see musicians being asked about their favorite musicians of the instrument that they're brilliant at. I love those videos. Who are your favorite drummers? Who are the ones that you idolize?
My drumming hero, I think, is probably Questlove.
Oh
Do you
yeah,
know
yeah,
Questlove?
of course, brilliant.
You're speaking
Yeah,
Jim's language now.
yeah, that's. I mean, for me, that's the sort of pinnacle of drumming. And his hero, I saw a video similar to the ones you were talking about of someone asking Questlove who his hero was, and he was saying that there's this guy called Chris Dave, who is D'Angelo's live drummer.
Wow.
I started checking him out, and that is, yeah, he's something else. So there's a whole sort of legacy. There's a whole family tree of people that Questlove's is a member of, and I'm definitely in that
Well,
branch
I'll make a
of drumming.
recommendation to you, Joe. You should listen to Questlove's podcast where he interviews Sheila E. And the level of technical stuff, I have no idea what they're talking about, but you will absolutely love it. So go and check that one out.
I certainly will. Thanks for the tip.
Yeah, no worries.
So in America, did you get to, if you were doing any of the festivals, were you watching anyone? Was there anyone that you were looking at or you crossed paths with?
We actually didn't play any festivals this summer, amazingly. We've just been doing our own shows, but we had a couple of people supporting us who I thought were brilliant. There's a band called Blonde Shell, who are amazing. A guy called Kevin Abstract, and another band called I Dress, who I would all highly recommend to check out, who kind of followed us around the bits of our tour, who were all brilliant. So yeah, they're definitely worth checking out.
Well, look, human musical group sensations, Glass Animals, Tour of Earth, the Europe and UK dates. You're going to be hitting up Dublin just before Halloween on October the 30th. So it'll be great to see you. And thanks a million for talking to us.
No, it's been a pleasure. Thanks so much for having me. Can't wait to see you guys, and I'm going to throw some shoes at you.
Yeah, and so we'll throw one on in Walsh's for you.
Yeah.
Wicked. See you down
Cheers.
there.
Thank
man.
you very much.
Bye-bye.
Cheers. Thanks for that, Joe.